Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. The DMV is in the building. Kelow Latesha in the building.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir.
Turbo out in a few weeks.
Turbo. You hear me?
Yo, as I was preparing for this interview, right, watching all your videos, listening to all your music, like, I gotta say, like, one thing about the DMV, y'all got some of, like, the most, like, unique styles of, like, music and diversity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really love what y'all got going on down there, and I feel like people don't talk about it enough.
Oh, yeah, no question. No question. I think it's a lot of influence, too, you know what I'm saying, from style, you know what I'm saying, slang, you know, and just how we was talking a little bit earlier, like, it come from, like, Gogo in a sense. It come from the area being so diverse, from people all over the world coming through, you know, and things like that. Just like how hip-hop started in New York, and it's like a mix of music.
Yeah.
That's what Gogo is. It's a mix of different musics and stuff, so you can pull from different things.
Right.
And I think that's like what you can see from the DMV, you know what I'm saying? So many different sides too. You got a city, then you have a countryside, you know what I'm saying? You got suburban side. You just have like a good mix up to like reflect about life versus like just one perspective of looking at it.
Right. Gogo music for dummies, right? If you was explaining Gogo music to, well, I mean, I have a little knowledge just because I was from, I went to St. John's and there was a lot of DMV people there. But like, if you had to explain Gogo music to like a New Yorker, right? Like Rob, my engineer. Rob, you know nothing about Gogo music, right? See, okay. if you had to explain Gogo music to like someone like Rob, who's from the Bronx, who doesn't know anything about Gogo music, how would you like describe it or explain it to them?
A lot of energy, definitely influenced by African music, you know what I'm saying? And the drums and the energy and the spirit that it brings in the room and how it brings people together. And like I just described how hip hop is a blend of music, like, you know, it's a lot of covers in Gogo, so it's going to be the R&B, it's going to be the hip-hop, it's going to be the reggaeton, it's going to be a lot of mix-ups. Shit, they even did an Adele cover, you know what I'm saying?
I never heard the Adele cover. I heard the reggaeton covers in college, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a lot of people real live. I remember that time when they did the Hello cover of Adele. She was like, they ain't know who Adele was, but they knew the backyard band Hello, you know what I'm saying? And they cranked the fuck out of it. And I don't know, it's just like when you really hear just live music, a lot of energy, a lot of ass shaking. And you know, it's a good time. Like, it's a good time. You definitely gotta, you know what I'm saying, experience a Go-Go one day.
Indulge, that's what you call like a Go-Go, like
a Go-Go
party?
It's gonna be live music, a whole band, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of people, and people actually partying and dancing and stuff, not just standing around, but really enjoying and feeling the music. So a lot of chants. That's why I say it does, other than the drum patterns, it's definitely inspired and influenced by African music.
Okay. Sound like a regular club thing where you go there and everybody's just standing around like doing nothing.
Nah, it's a clap down for sure.
That's
You're
fire.
gonna see a lot of people dancing.
How do you feel like the Go-Go stuff had a big inspiration with the music that you put out today or the music you make today? Do you feel like there's a heavy influence there for you, or do you feel like you're the style that you have right now came from somewhere else or like other types of artists?
It definitely did, and I think all music, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just pull from life and experiences. So definitely, no question. Yeah,
the Go-Go definitely. I think like y'all have like, when I listen to you and then like when I listen, you know, rest in peace Gonew, or like Gonew, my bad. Gonew. My bad, I'm from New York, I apologize. Gonew. Or like Young Manny, or I'm trying to think of some other DMV artists. Man, who's the one that Young Manny be working with a lot?
You can say Young Manny do that shit a lot whole time, because like it's the way that the beats go. It's like, and that's why I ain't say it, but I was thinking it like, it's the bounce.
Yeah.
So like when you listen to Go-Go music, it's a lot of bounce beats and everything, and it's just the way how the drums hit. But yeah, Young Manny do that a lot with like his production, where it's kind of like, even though I know he's really, really young, so he didn't really, I don't think like grew up in like the prime of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Go-Go
the Go-Go, yeah.
I can even say that like, cause I still was like always like influenced with a lot of different music too, but there was a time in the DMV area where people didn't even really listen to hip hop or rap. They was just going to Go-Go's. It was, but I always loved hip hop. I always loved all different types of music, you know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to Latin music, I listen to French music, I listen to all different types of shit, for real. But that's just me, you know what I'm saying? But there's some people, like back home, it was Go-Go, and that's all it was. But Young Manny is very young, and he just has like such a crazy, you know what I'm saying, like, he's amazing. I love him. But he's
Yeah.
also he's an African brother too. So like I think too that might be playing there with that influence as well. And I'm sure like he still like Gogo. I know he do. Like you're from the DMV. I'm pretty sure.
Right, because I feel like, you know, when people like I remember like a New York blog posted like his music once, and I peeped that like the New York artists, or like not New York artists, like New York people who was commenting, they didn't like understand it. But like I understood it. I was like, I see what he's doing with it. Like I understand the music and I liked it, but like the New York people were like weren't so receptive of it. But I think because it had like at that point it had like that go-go bounce to it that you was talking about, you know what I'm saying? Or like that influence. And I saw it and I was like, this is hard. But I could see why, you know, someone from out here may not fully understand or grasp it, you know what I'm saying? Or it might not hit right away for them.
I think when you speak of that young, he's very charismatic and has really good bars and catchiness.
Facts,
and
yeah.
he's young. So it's like too, like for some people they might not just be open to new ideas. And that's probably why it was that, you know, people always got something to say about something new.
Oh, yeah, people got something to say about everything. But speaking of new, so you dropped the Titanic song, right?
Yes, sir. Titanic out right now featuring Goonew. Go tap in, watch the video, do your thing, tell your girl. Yeah.
The video is great. I love the video for it too. So like
Appreciate you.
So y'all obviously recorded that last year or like early this year?
No. I did that back in 2020.
Damn.
Yeah, I did that in 2020, and I shot it in 2020. And my last joint too, Genius, I did that probably like a month, like right after we did Titanic. But then it was like, fucking, just a lot of different shit. And I don't know, like how you said you spoke about the video and everything. Like, I love videos, and I don't know if you knew that, but like I created direct like all my videos that done came out thus far. So like, you know what I'm saying? We put that shit together like right after we made the song. There's a lot of love that went to it. I've been wanting to share it for a minute because it's like definitely, you know what I'm saying, such a creative visual and everything. But yeah, it happened like right before pandemic really was a thing. And then it was like I just got in my head and I got in my way. And then I just kept making music. And like that kind of plays off of what I know, you know, I want to talk to you about, talking about Turbo and the shit like awesome, like shit get rocky and it get troubling, but no matter what, we taking it where it need to go. Like we just gotta go turbo. It's like kind of playing off of turbulence.
Interesting. So you record that in 2020. So you held that for 2 years almost.
And then it was like I just was really in my way and in my head. 2020 came, I was trying to figure out how to pivot, how to go about it. Just still was creating music. Then I just kept overthinking, to be honest. Then bro, Goon had got locked up and shit. And it was just like, I really be getting, like anybody, getting their own way or whatever. Sometimes you want to be a perfectionist, that shit not going to go. You got to really let shit go. And not even just on a creative or a musical sense. I'm even learning that in my personal life as, you know what I'm saying, trying to develop and become a better person. It's just like, I can't hold myself to what I used to be or, you know what I'm saying, what I thought I should be, but more so just live in my present moment and just let that shit go. And then even talking about bro, you know what I'm saying, how he just left us. It's like, you don't know how long you got here. So fuck it. Like, what we waiting for? But I don't know, whoever listening, I feel like it's a lot of artists that know what the fuck I'm talking about. But even if you ain't an artist, like, stop holding back. Just do you.
Right.
Like, fuck that other shit, for real.
Was it hard to put out the song, you know, after we lost him? Was it like in the sense of like, did you have to go through like some like, I don't know, because I know like you think about putting music out like the Juice WRLDs of the world, right? You think about putting music out after he passed away. It's like there's like a lot of stuff that, you know, has to go into it. Was it hard to get like the clearance from his team and his estate, whatnot, to put it out?
No, because I had worked on that before. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had worked on an agreement already, like worked on
so that was already handled like a long time ago.
I always like be on top of my business. Yeah, like, so that was already worked out. And it was like really like what hurt is, of course, I wanted to put it out with him.
Right.
And like he told me even like this footage where he was like, this the longest video shoot I ever did. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like we was it was a long video shoot because we had to piece by piece everything. And it was really like just from my pocket, like just out of my budget. And everybody helped, every model that was in there, like all the sand you see. And he was such a help too, like helping me sweep and like putting that shit together. I was like, nah, y'all just chill and everything. But like everybody helped, brought it together. And he really wanted to see it, like, you know what I'm saying? You look at the other videos, it's like trap videos. And this was more so in an artistic way of just really emphasizing the beauty of him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Emphasizing like the beauty of the lyrics and the music. And I definitely wanted to put it out with him. But that's what hurts the most, to be real.
Yeah.
But it was like I had a plan. And it was like, yo, we gonna stop getting in our fucking way this year and everything. I was like, all right, boom. So I just went along my plan, dropped Genius, did that, you know what I'm saying? Then the next plan was Titanic. And how we about to come with this next one or whatever. But, you know, I was like, I gotta stick with my plan and really move forward and do what, you know, I set out to do. Him leaving me was never, you know, leaving us was never part of the plan. But I'm glad I got some good piece of art to show of his voice, you know what I'm saying, to share with the world nonetheless.
Yeah. The last thing I was going to say about that is, like, I didn't even think about it from the sense of, like, you showed him in a different perspective. Because, like you said, like, the trap videos versus, like, the artistic visuals that you have created.
And I was really trying to,
I didn't even think about that.
That was intentional in a sense. I mean, I love visuals, and I love, if you look at any of my videos, like, I always, like, really think about it. But, yeah, like, even in the video, you see, like, Shorty comes up with a platter of, you know what I'm saying, some pieces and shit or whatever. He say, nah, you know? And then it's like, motherfucking, they come and they serve him to Jay. Like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just trying to do a little spin-off or whatever of just different shit. Like, bruh just cooling. He ain't even picking up the two, like he just cooling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fire. I love that. Well, so we're going into Turbo right now, going into this EP, right? You got the single with Asian Doll out. Super dope record. Why did you want, like, why? Because obviously, all right, so you went from Genius to Titanic to the joint with Asian. Why Asian for this record, and why this record to, like, be the record that leads into the project?
Man, we just want to keep upping the ante, you know what I'm saying? And just keep giving some people some pressure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Each one just getting smoked and it's going up and up and up when you just talk about, like, Titanic's a lot of energy. I mean, Genius a lot of energy, Titanic a lot of energy. And I just feel like he ain't mind, spank him. So I was just trying to make sure I just came each time I came type shit and just get people more excited. You know, I actually did that record here in New York. I was doing some work out here. Asian FaceTime me and was like, are you in New York? Let's go to Quad.
And you know, Asian love New York.
Yeah, but this was, yeah, she was out here. She was just working. And that was my first time at Quad, you know what I'm saying? I remember I didn't even know, like, the history. She was like, yeah, this is where, you know, Pac was at. And I just rubbed the wall, like, oh, my man. You know, but yeah.
You love Pac like that?
Yes, I definitely did. Growing up, I did love Pac. Honestly, to be quite frank, like, I wasn't, when I was younger, I wasn't so indulged with Biggie as much, right? But and I was just so indulged, like, and so much into, like, Pac's artistry and how he was multifaceted. But then growing up, like, seeing, like, really doing a deep dive into Biggie is just like, wow, these are such amazing artists, and his lyricism was just amazing. Nobody do it like him. Like, he just talks so smooth. It's really fucking sad about that. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck happened with them too? But yeah.
So you're rubbing the walls in Quad, like.
I did. Like, I was like, oh man, like, real live legend was in this building, like. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunate shit happened there. But it's just like, you know, energy. I think big about that, you know? So it like, you know, I try to be mindful of, you know, when I'm around and what I'm doing.
Right. So that leads into the Turbo project. And with this, you mentioned that, like, not getting in the way of yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
So is that kind of like that's, I guess, like, is like partially the meaning behind Turbo too?
I mean, turbulence, turbo, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's short for turbulence. You know, it just made all this music in a rocky time. And it's like, that shit shake you up. But no matter what, you gotta take it there, you know? And like you said, you can't get in your way. But yeah, it's just going up. Like, and that's the focus, because that's the only way to go. Even when if you hit bottom, what else can you do? Type shit. And I know mentally, you know, baking about that time, like 2020, 2021, I just know so many people, you know what I'm saying, was feeling that way type shit. But this type of music, I feel like it's the anthems and, you know what I'm saying, the theme music to bring a smile and bring some cheers and bring some energy, pick you up. Like, fuck sitting down and fuck all that sad shit, you know what I'm saying? Not to say it's not valid or needed, because, you know, we need all different types of music for different things, but this is what I wanted to provide to the people.
I love that. So, release date. We can talk about the date, right? No date, couple weeks. Couple weeks. It's coming. But I like that because it's been a while since you put out, the last project was TSA, right? 2020. And that, like, it's 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Big
Yes,
wait.
sir.
And
Yes,
like you
sir.
said, you got all this music. So I feel like for you, like, you just probably just like excited just to have everything back out into the world and just,
Yes, no question. TSA was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my bag. Nobody could stop me. And then it's just like, damn, motherfucker. It felt like a lot of motherfuckers were trying to stop me. It was like a lot of shit stopping me myself. So it was just like, man, it's time to penetrate, you know what I'm saying, through that glass ceiling.
Right.
The turbo.
We were talking about your visuals, right, and how you direct all of them. The Two Girls One Cup visuals was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
when it was like it was you sitting on the toilet in the middle of the street. So that was like real, right?
Yeah, it definitely was. Right on North Capitol, Washington, D.C. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get that people could see the Capitol, but we couldn't put the camera. We didn't push it far back enough. But yeah, pants down and all that. And it was a lot of people. I saw y'all motherfuckers copy my moves, but it's okay. I'm butter. I'm smooth. I'm a genius. That's what they gonna do. But yeah, that was all me.
You weren't nervous, like, cause like the cars are driving by and everything like that. You just what'd you do? You just walked up, like, y'all situated the seat.
We put the toilet there.
You put the toilet there.
We put the toilet there, you know what I'm saying? I walked up, we got the camera situated, and it's cops all around DC.
That's what I'm saying,
So it was
too.
like, we gotta make this shit shake. And it was really cool because it was a lot of people passing by. Some people, of course, probably ain't even know who I was. But, they watching the video. There was a lot of Kelow, da-da-da-da. And like, you know what I'm saying? Just with my pants down.
With your pants down. Did the cops get you?
They didn't fuck with me at all.
Really? They just...
Nah, like, I was fortunate. I didn't have no trouble.
That's crazy. I love that. Where do you get the idea for that?
I've always wanted to do it. I just be sitting on the toilet and I see the mirror and I'm like, yeah, I gotta talk my shit one day on this motherfucker for real. Like, I gotta really show my ass one day and show people this is what it look like.
Literally.
Yeah,
literally. with like the Washington D.C. like backdrop too. I think that was like the craziest part too. It was just
and
like
just showing that like I'm gonna talk my shit like any and everywhere, and it don't matter. We right here with it in the street with it,
right.
or whatever.
And it's cool that you're like that hands-on with your videos, because it reminds me of I had this singer from out here, Leia. She was on my show a couple weeks ago, and she was talking to me about like how she directs all her videos and had all of her videos, like she records her videos in her apartment, right? Like she has a song with Favi, right? Fabio came to her apartment and they shot the whole video for their song together in her apartment with
You
like
gonna have to show me that one.
I'm gonna show you the video. After this, with the backdrops and everything, all shot in her apartment. Now, mind you, the video looks incredible too. I would have never known. And she's like, "Yeah, no, I did everything. I even made like my outfit, the props that he wears, everything. I made it all." And so like when I get to talk to people like you who like have such a hand in their own visuals and their own art like that, like because obviously you have your hand in like the music, obviously, but like when it comes to like the visuals, like I think that's so cool. Like whether it be the Titanic record, whether it be this with the toilet, like I think like the creativity there is like so much more interesting than just having somebody else do it for you, because clearly you already had these ideas in your head,
Yeah, it comes from too like you just working with what you got, and then it just sparked the interest for me personally, and I really want to do more. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been writing treatments for other artists lately, and like I hope to do like films and movies and things of that nature. And things like, more than just with this music. I feel like, I'm more than just a rapper. For real. I'm a whole artist. You can't really label me. It's more to me, for real. So many hats I wear, too, you know what I'm saying? Just like how we talked about that video. It was styling, it was set production, it was, you know what I'm saying? Like producing that joint, finding all casting, and finding all the equipment that's needed,
right,
really putting that
facts.
motherfucker together and do what it need to do. But, yeah, there's many more things to come. I appreciate that you appreciate it, because it definitely, you know what I'm saying, it took a lot of love.
No, I like good visuals. That's my thing. Like if you put out good visuals, I automatically I love it, because it's just like I like seeing. I don't know. I feel like in this day and age, like people water down their visuals a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so easy. You just put out a visual, maybe get a couple 100,000 views, you call it a day. But like it's like when you see shit that people put like actual work and time into. You know what I'm saying? I remember I forgot. I think it was like a Little Kim visual. It was on Twitter. I forgot exactly what song, but I remember people like, oh, they don't make music videos like this anymore, right? And then I think of like records where it's just like a bunch of people in a hallway or a bunch of people just standing around like dancing or whatever. I'm like, but like nobody's like telling like a story or doing something interesting with their visuals. So like when I see like people like Layers images or like your visuals, I'm like, oh, this is like really dope and really interesting. And it's like, you know, even in a sense, like I guess you could say controversial because you're just literally showing your ass on the toilet seat in the middle of Washington D.C. So I think that's pretty fire. That's dope to me.
No question. You think about like in the past, like they was really telling stories and really showing that shit.
Full ass stories too.
And it was like people think like, oh, it's such big budgets or whatever. But for real, like life all around you. It's just capturing that shit. Like really somebody really having an eye for it or whatever. Cause it don't really take much to make that shit look cool. Be real.
Yeah.
Like life is cool. Really put that shit together. It's just people taking the effort to do it. But I be paying attention to all types of stuff, the way how people package products, you know what I'm saying, why I like it, and why is it basically making me want to be invested in it. Yeah. And, like, that's the way I look at, like, anything I want to attach my name to or work on.
That's fire. Yeah, nah. Have you been getting to perform a lot lately or nah? Or we better get back into that?
We getting back into it.
Okay. Because I've never seen you perform live, so you know.
Oh, I'm turned up. It's turbo for real. I actually just did Pride. My first gay Pride, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. Fire. It was like that. It was a hell of a lot of people, but yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, you have like that, well, with the music, you have like that certain energy, so I feel like when I see it, I feel like live wise, like I know you be raging crazy.
Yeah, man, I love the people. And I love the energy exchange. I like getting in crowds. I like doing all that extra shit. Like, that's my biggest workout for real. So, and I be like, not a lot of people probably know, but I think anybody who really follow might go and know. Like, I like to ball. So that'd be the exercise I do before a show. I'm taking the nails off, you know what I'm saying? And I'm balling a little bit to get that cardio in, to get that breath control right or whatever. Even though I'm skinny, my ass be... So... Everybody, get your health right, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you take care of yourself, because that shit is important, you hear me?
Facts.
On everything.
I like how you got support from a lot of other, like, female artists, because, like, we know when I was looking into, like, your Instagram and all that, like, I see, like, obviously a bunch of the ladies who I've had on the show here, like Baby Tate, Big Jade, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I see, like, the light-skinned Keisha, Rico Nasty, so on and so forth. I think it's dope how you get that support from everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing that type of shit.
Oh, yes. It's our time. We thriving for real, and I love it. I love to see it. It's a beautiful time for women in this industry.
Yeah. And y'all all got y'all own different thing. Like, I think that there's so many different lanes now, especially when it comes to, like, the women in hip-hop. Like, there's so many different, like, lanes, so many different type of artists, and y'all are also, like, unique in your own way. You know what I'm saying? When I think of you versus, not actually versus, but, like a Baby Tate, different styles, or like Big Jade, or even Rico, or light skinned Keisha. Like, there's so many different styles that people have now that, you know, that fans can, like, digest, you know, and, like, I think that that's really cool.
No, it's definitely a beautiful thing, and I'm glad that, like, it's came to a point where people were more accepting and understanding of that. Because it's always been that way. It's just, I think, the way people try to paint a picture, like how we just talk about, like, Fabio Foreign, he from New York. He don't sound nothing like Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
like,
yeah.
And it's a different sound, it's a different feel, or whatever, different taste of hip-hop, and it's like that for every artist, you know? And even so, like, just to keep it on the real, like, you look at, like, a lot of these women, or whatever, in this industry, it's been a lot of women behind men, for real, like, that wrote for them, you know? And, like, gave them a sound. Or, you know what I'm saying, and people don't talk about that enough or whatever. It's a lot of female writers in the room, you know what I'm saying, that's been catering all these sounds y'all been listening to, y'all been fucking with. It's been a lot of, you know what I'm saying, LGBT gay men in the wrote for, you know, a lot of these male rappers and shit like that. And, you know what I'm saying, like, that really made these hits put out, but people categorize a female rapper, a male rapper, you know what I'm saying? Even if they say, like, a queer, this, that, and the rap, it's just an artist, like, it's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, music, that shit gonna speak volumes, because at the end of the day, like, when I listen to Sister Nancy, like, I ain't thinking about, like, oh, that's a, you know, female reggaeton artist, versus when I listen to, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, that shit good fucking music.
Yeah, it's just good music.
You just tuning in. But I'm happy that, like, we in a place now where it's, like, more women are more accepted, and, you know, it's just our voices are really getting heard, because even outside of music, when you just talk about, like, women in society, it's just like, it's always categorized a little different or whatever. And everybody else too. It's like all these categories, all these little labels and shit or whatever, but shit just life.
Right, that's a fact. And so when I was actually on your Twitter earlier, right, I saw a tweet that I thought that was so great, right? You wrote, I wonder, do women singers slash rappers pick the male video vixens that stand next to them in the frame? But I highly doubt it. Motherfuckers be so champ and ugly. It'd be throwing me.
It'd be throwing me off, bro. I swear. Cause like I be picking everybody real life, like who gonna be in the frame or what's going on and everything. But it's like you could tell when I be looking at that shit sometimes. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not trying to shade because everybody's beautiful to somebody, but it's just like I be seeing some creeps though, like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What was this?
I'm saying, like, you know how like they be having the male models, the way they be touching the artists and stuff. Like it just be looking like, I don't know, just not organic. It don't be looking real and shit like that or whatever. It don't be looking sexy sometimes.
Looks a little uncomfortable.
It just don't be looking right sometimes. But I was looking at a certain thing, I think that was just like, I don't know, it's just unbelievable.
What video made you think of that?
I don't know, really.
You just thought about it?
I be watching stuff all the time, but I was looking at something and I was like, damn, this shit don't look believable, for real, for real. And that's when I made that tweet or whatever. But I think it should be a little intentional. And I think it might too, because they might have a man. Maybe they man, like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
So they don't take the initiative of this, that, and the third, blah, 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 whatever.
Whatever it is.
You know, I even be thinking that with the male, we talk about, I said it again, but you know what I'm saying, male artists, like, I be like, damn, I don't know. It's just like, you know how people be touching and shit all the time in videos and stuff or whatever. I'm like, if I was somebody, girl, and he was touching on this little video vixen's ass, that shit would rock with me. And I know that shit, that's not even acting. Like, if you're doing it for a movie, you getting a check. You bring that bag home.
Yeah.
But, like, just doing it for a video.
You get a little check.
No, you not. I'm saying, like, as a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I ain't locked in with nobody or whatever, but if I got a joint, I ain't rubbing on no ass in the video for real too much. She might shake it on me. My girl ain't, I don't think if I got a girl, she should be insecure that she could shake it on me, but I ain't grabbing and squeezing and touching or doing all that.
What if they like
shit.
ask you to do that and they throw like a check at you?
Who
Like,
gonna throw a check at me?
Like if they're paying
Coca-Cola
the video,
throw a check at
if
me
they're
and
paying like the
squeeze
video, if they're paying the video vixen in the music video to do it, then I don't think that that's like cheating.
I mean, I'm not saying
Because if they're paying,
cheating.
if it's like a guy and they're like, all right, yo, like you gotta be in this video, you gotta do X, Y, and Z. Here's a
Look, I'm not
stack.
here to judge though. I'm just talking shit. Like,
Yeah,
people
we just
people
bullshit
do
at
whatever
this
the
point.
fuck they want to do for real, or whatever. But
Go get your money.
yeah, go do what you want to do. But yeah,
Don't lose your girl over a music video though.
I don't think they is. But I'm just saying,
Or your
I
guy.
probably wouldn't go for that shit. But that's probably why they be having some ugly ass men in their videos sometimes, because they man insecure and shit like that. But yeah,
Nah, your Twitter a movie.
that's what that is.
Well, look, all right, so Turbo is on the way. It'll be out in a couple
Turbo.
weeks. By the time y'all see this, the freestyle is out, so make sure you go check that. Before we sign off, anything else you want to let the people know, anything else that they need to know about? This camera, where they can follow you at, this camera right here.
Kelow Latesha, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere. Turbo coming soon. He Ain't Mine coming soon. You hear me? On the radar.
We on the radar. Kelow Latesha, go follow her, go show her love. Support is free, love is free. Till next time.
Appreciate you.
It's on the radar, baby.